thing to try? I mean, what is the next
What does
5
that
years
mean?
well, in terms of trying, I mean, you apparently are not going to sing if you didn't think you can sing.
I sang in this movie.
Well,
Did you
yeah.
see the movie?
I did see the movie. But I mean...
Blake Lively was once the epitome of Hollywood's golden girl, a charming, relatable actress who effortlessly captured the hearts of millions. With her breakout role in Gossip Girl, followed by a successful film career, Blake seemed like she was untouchable. Her marriage to actor Ryan Reynolds was the stuff of fairy tales, and her online presence felt genuine, connecting her to fans across the world. Everyone loved Blake, or at least they thought they did. But recently, things have taken a turn. The same woman who once graced magazine covers and social media feeds with nothing but positivity now finds herself caught in a series of controversies that have caused fans and Hollywood insiders to question everything they once believed. From legal battles and workplace drama to affair rumors and ties to the powerful Harvey Weinstein, Blake's downfall has been nothing short of dramatic. It all started with a legal dispute that no one saw coming. Blake Lively and actor Justin Baldoni became the center of a sexual harassment and bullying scandal that shook Hollywood. Lively claimed she endured emotional distress while working with Baldoni, accusing him of creating a toxic environment on set. As the legal battle played out in the public eye, many began to question Blake's motives. Was she the victim in this situation, or was she using the situation for her own gain? The details of the case were never fully disclosed, leaving fans to speculate. Hollywood, for the most part, stayed silent. But things quickly escalated when the story hit the mainstream media. Blake, once known for her bubbly, girl-next-door persona, suddenly found herself at the center of a storm. Hollywood insiders began distancing themselves from her, and the backlash was swift. Directors, producers, and even co-stars who once spoke highly of her seemed to fade into the background. The accusations against Blake were serious, but the way the situation was handled also raised eyebrows. The legal dispute with Baldoni left a lot of unanswered questions and cast Blake's character into doubt. She went from being Hollywood's sweetheart to a polarizing figure almost overnight. As if that wasn't enough, Justin Baldoni's lawyer took things a step further by bringing receipts into the case.
Was hired, you can see Leslie Sloan planting stories. We have evidence of it. The young kids would call it receipts. We call it evidence. And it's all over the place. There are text messages that refute every single thing in that complaint. And it's just disgusting when you go after someone, you try to destroy their life. And actually the evidence shows something different. Blake Lively was no victim here. She was in control, she was in power, and she took over this film.
They provided evidence that contradicted Blake's version of events, shedding light on the behind-the-scenes drama. These documents and text messages painted a different picture of the relationship between the two. In the clip, the lawyer elaborates on the case, stating, "We have evidence that contradicts her claims and proves that she was not the victim in this situation. The texts and emails we've uncovered tell a very different story, and we are confident they will change the public's perception of what actually transpired." This added even more fuel to the fire, turning what started as a legal dispute into a full-blown public spectacle. But it didn't stop there. As the receipts became public, the public's view of Blake began to shift even more drastically. Fans who once stood by her side started questioning the motives behind her allegations. Some wondered if Blake had fabricated the entire story to get attention, while others debated whether the truth had been skewed by both parties. It's hard to believe someone who has been painted as the perfect star all this time could suddenly turn into such a controversial figure, said celebrity analyst Rachel Turner. Meanwhile, experts started analyzing Blake's interactions with Baldoni. Body language analysts quickly pointed out the tension between them during interviews, where both seemed uncomfortable. Some noted Blake's defensive posture, and others mentioned her seemingly closed-off gestures, signs that she was hiding something. On the flip side, Baldoni's responses were described as carefully controlled, leading many to wonder if there was more going on behind the scenes than what was being revealed to the public. Body language experts weren't the only ones speaking out. Fans, too, started noticing something was off. "They didn't look like they were on the same page at all," said one Twitter user. This only added fuel to the fire, intensifying the drama surrounding Blake's public image. Meanwhile, in 2016, Blake's controversial interview with journalist Kirsty Flaw resurfaced. What initially seemed like a harmless exchange suddenly became a talking point, as many viewers felt that Blake's attitude toward Flay was condescending and dismissive. The interview, once overlooked, now served as evidence that Blake might not be the friendly and relatable star everyone thought she was.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
You've got two nice ones.
They are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it
Okay.
out.
Thank you.
In the clip, Fleo recalls, it was clear that Blake didn't seem to understand the concerns I was raising. Her responses felt rehearsed, and her body language spoke volumes about her discomfort with the questions. Watching that interview again, it's clear Blake wasn't as empathetic as she could have been, said celebrity critic Sarah Allen. She acted like she was above it all, and that didn't sit well with many viewers. The lack of self-awareness shown in that interview seemed to be a stark contrast to the Blake fans once adored, and the negativity surrounding her began to pile up. The very interview that once seemed like a simple press appearance now became a symbol of her alleged superiority complex, and the public turned against her even further. The fallout from this resurfaced interview didn't end there. Hollywood stars, who had once supported Blake, began voicing their opinions about her actions. Some, like Jennifer Lawrence, expressed disappointment. "She's not the woman I thought she was. It's heartbreaking to see how someone can change so quickly," Lawrence said during an interview at the time. Others were more cryptic, such as Emma Stone, who simply stated, "Hollywood can be a tough place, and sometimes the truth is a lot murkier than it seems." These comments reflected a growing disillusionment with Blake from peers who once praised her and enjoyed a camaraderie with her. The scrutiny intensified as these celebrities distanced themselves from Blake, further deepening her spiral. As Blake's public image continued to crumble, social media backlash followed. The once adored actress was now the subject of memes, viral posts, and heated online debates. Fans were torn, with some continuing to defend her, while others felt betrayed by her behavior. "Blake used to be one of my favorite actresses, but now, I'm not sure I can even look at her the same way," said one disappointed fan on Twitter. "I thought she was better than this." The sentiment online mirrored the shift in Hollywood's reaction. People who once supported her were now questioning her actions and motives. Then came the rumors. Blake Lively was accused of being involved in covering up Hugh Jackman's affair with his ex-wife, Deborah Lee Furness. While there was no concrete proof, the speculation was enough to stir the pot. Gossip columns and social media platforms were flooded with whispers suggesting Blake had played a role in protecting Jackman's reputation. Some argued that she might have been trying to shield a powerful Hollywood figure from scandal, while others questioned whether Blake had lost touch with reality. Was she really willing to protect someone like Jackman at any cost? "There's been a lot of talk about Blake being involved," said celebrity gossip columnist Ella Smith. "But it's all just speculation at this point. Either way, it doesn't help her image." Whether the rumors were true or not, they only made matters worse for Blake. What was once a solid career now felt like a ticking time bomb, and the whispers only grew louder with every passing day. Of course, no scandal involving Blake would be complete without some tie-ins to the Weinstein scandal. Blake's comments about Harvey Weinstein stirred up additional controversy, as many felt that she was minimizing the significance of the abuse and harassment that so many others had faced. While Blake spoke out against the power dynamics in Hollywood, her statements seemed to fall short of a full endorsement of the That's Me Too movement. Critics argued that her words didn't carry the weight they should have, considering the scale of the allegations against Weinstein. "She didn't speak out in the way we hoped she would," said Hollywood insider Samantha Lee. "She tried to tread carefully, but it came off as dismissive." As the public learned more about Weinstein's predatory behavior, Blake's remarks felt like a betrayal to many. People began to question if her failure to fully address the issue was a calculated move to protect her career or a misstep in an increasingly complex situation. The backlash was severe, and Hollywood's tolerance for such lukewarm responses seemed to diminish with every new revelation about the scandal. Amidst all of the rumors, legal battles, and public scrutiny, Blake's support system remained relatively strong. Her husband, Ryan Reynolds, continued to publicly stand by her side. But even that didn't stop the public from reacting. "I don't know if even Ryan can save her now," one critic tweeted. Despite Reynolds' unwavering support, the overall sentiment in the entertainment industry seemed to shift. Celebrities like Reynolds and others who once praised her now found themselves in a more complicated position. As Blake's controversies piled up, Some fans chose to stay loyal, while others made their feelings known. "I've been following Blake for years, but I'm just not sure I can defend her anymore," said another fan. "She's lost my respect." It became clear that no matter how strong her personal relationships were, Blake's professional reputation had been severely damaged. One of the biggest blows to her image came when Blake's social media following began to shrink. The decline in product sales tied to her brand and presence was noticeable. Once a social media darling, Blake now faced criticism from fans and influencers alike. Her Instagram, once filled with curated pictures of her family and stylish moments, now seemed more desperate as fans turned on her. What was once an outpouring of love and admiration became filled with questions and accusations. Was she really the person her fans thought she was? The once vibrant and positive persona had been replaced with a much darker, more complicated image. "It's sad to watch. She's really lost her sparkle," said one longtime follower. "She just doesn't seem like the same Blake we all fell in love with." As Blake Lively's public image continues to crumble, one question looms large. Is there any way back? Can she make a comeback? Or has Hollywood permanently turned its back on her? The rise and fall of Blake Lively is a cautionary tale about the fragile nature of fame and how quickly things can go wrong. One minute, you're the beloved star everyone looks up to, and the next, you're facing a series of scandals and a crumbling career. Time will tell if Blake can recover or if she's forever locked in the shadows of her own controversies. One thing's for certain, though. Hollywood has a way of moving on, and those who fall hard often find it difficult to get back up. Whether Blake will be able to redeem herself remains to be seen, but for now, her downfall stands as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of fame.